much for meeting me up here at the top of Mount Diablo today.
Yes, yes, what a beautiful day it is today. I tell you, gorgeous day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. Look at all the view you can see. Actually, this is my first time being up here, and I can't wait to ride it.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Well, I've been dying to talk to you. I feel like you've done it all in a way. Through this whole,
I'm getting close.
Yes, you just keep checking it right on off that list.
Yeah. I tell you, the last time that they heard of my name, I was doing the bodybuilding show, and I was over 50. And
so when
I think
did you
about
start?
52.
52, okay.
52, and I'm just one of these people who just thinks that I can do it all, whether I can or not. At least it's on the bucket list, and I'm going to make that effort to do it. And so that was an experience. That was an experience. And I think during that era, I did about three shows, three shows. And I first place, second place, and third place, you know.
Amazing.
And so it was just an exciting time. The diet and the discipline. The discipline is really that commitment to say that I'm going to do this, I'm not going to eat that, I'm not going to eat this, even though it's good. You know, I'm not going to eat it. And so that was the experience. I'm glad I did it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And my latest thing is just jumping into this biking, this road biking.
What made you decide to go from bodybuilding into this road biking experience?
I tried to do it one time, and I was going down a hill, and was going down a hill way too fast.
Okay.
And I fell. And then, I mean, I took a slide.
Oh, no.
Right.
Oh, no.
And I even got the marker to prove that I took a slide, you know. And then I stayed off it for a little while, and then I think actually I was with a friend. I was watching on television. I can do this. And so I said, okay, what I need to do is get with a group. I had been indoor cycling. Okay. And that was good. That was good. And I wanted to go outdoors. And so I got with a girlfriend of mine, and she rides, and she just kind of rode with me, and it started getting even fun. You know, we would go 15 miles, and then 20 miles, and 25 miles. And then this girl, one day, her and her friend, they decided to go to China, because I got used to riding with them, right? So they decided to go to China. I said, that's not good, because I was used to riding with them. So that was you know, you have that commitment, that accountability that says that I'm going to meet with someone, I'm going to be there. And so what happened, she went to China. I said, left me out there hanging. I said, so I either ride by myself or ride with someone. So I decided to find a group ride outside, trying to group ride. And I kind of went online, and my local area that I live in is in Fairfield. And so I talked to a couple people, said, what groups are out there? And so there was one group that I started with, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, what can I not say on, because I enjoyed looking at the tight legs, and can I not say that?
I think you can
that
say
was such a motivator,
We're just chatting here.
Yeah, so that was just, I said, well, this is good.
So that's where your motivation comes
that
from.
motivator was. That was a good motivator. And then over a period of time, it got the right equipment and really advanced at being a good rider, good, strong rider. I wanted to get even better. I wanted to learn the art of riding, the skill of riding, and not get on a bike and I feel like I just died when I got off of it. And so that's when a friend of mine, he came to me and he says, well, first thing you need to do is get a bike fit. A bike fit.
What's a bike fit?
A bike fit. So a bike fit is just simply your equipment matching it to the way you ride, to your height, to your symmetry, to you. And it's designed just for you. And so my bikes, I have 2 road bikes, and so what happens is that no one can ride my bike, no one can get on because they're for me.
So it's built just specifically to your body.
To my body, the way I ride, the way I lean in it, the way my cycle stroke is.
Does it make you faster?
Actually, it makes you a more efficient rider. Because when you don't have your equipment right, what happens is that you hurt yourself over time, and that over time could be that you're leaning in your lower back. So you hear people having lower back issues, shoulder issues because they may be leaning over, pressing too hard on the bar, or a number of things could be bothering. Their reach is too low, too long, and so with the bike fit, the measurements are accurate 100% to you.
Okay.
And so I had both my bikes done, including all the way to the pedals, the kind of pedals that was perfect for your movement.
Okay.
And so the way that you ride, that would allow me the opportunity, if I wanted to become a racer, then I can do that. I can rest on my legs.
Yes.
And I can be as efficient as I needed to. And so once I got that bike fit, and then that's where I joined the Davis Club.
Okay.
Because they are very skilled.
So they were the ones that told you to start with this bike fit.
Bike fit, and from there to become a skilled rider. I wanted to be a skilled rider. I didn't want to be just want to get on the bike. And
dangerous.
Which can be dangerous if you don't know the skill. And in anything that you do, it's safety, it's the skill of it, and it's being efficient at it.
How important do you think your Davis group is for your accountability of showing up week after week and during these races and bike that you do? Like, how important are they?
Very, because one is that they are one big team, and we support each other, and so there's two hats that you wear. One is that you have the support of a team that is of great riders, but then also you're accountable. You've got to want it yourself, because they're not going to come to my house and get me.
Right.
I've got to show up.
Right?
I've got to meet them there. And once I'm there, then they're there to help me be the skilled rider I need to be.
So what would you somebody who's very interested in, someone who's really interested in starting something like road biking, how would you help them start? Like, what would you say to them? How you say this team is very important. How do they find this team? What can they do?
Well, a couple things. If they're interested in becoming a good cyclist, a great cyclist, and be in the sport, they have to decide, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with it? Do you want to just get on the bike and ride? We can all come out here to Mount Diablo and ride.
Right.
Are you going to do it once? Why are you even out here? Do you want to just be out here to view? You can get in your car and do it. So first I would just recommend to them is that, what do you want to do with it? Then get the right equipment.
Okay.
And that does not mean it's going to cost you a little bit of money. Get something that, for what you want to do long term, not short term, long term.
Invest.
I invest in it, absolutely. So invest in it, get the right equipment, then go ahead and get a bike fit.
Okay.
Get your bike fit to you, because make sure that you make up in your mind that you're committed to it. And why are you committed? A lot of reasons I'm committed for health reasons. I'm 60 now. So for health reasons, because I want to be the best me I can be.
Absolutely.
At any age, I want to be able to do it, and stay in there with the very young ones if I need to. And I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. I haven't arrived yet, but I'm well on the road there. I'm well on the road. And so I would tell them, I said, go ahead and get a bike. Get a bike, invest in a good bike, and then get a fit. Take the time to pay for the fit. Make sure you have all the gear. We don't get out and ride in sweats.
Right. Right.
And
you gotta look the part.
You gotta look the
part first.
What you go do body come back in, you're not going to do it on the bike.
Right.
And then get with a group or a team that are skilled at riding. That is skilled. And a team that is skilled at riding, you're no greater than your weakest person. So, strong riders, you're no stronger than your weakest person. We are a team, and one thing that happens in a team riding that I've discovered, and I hope that you get a chance to just see us in action, is that when we're riding in a pack, it looks like one bike, multiple bodies.
Oh, wow.
We move together.
Okay.
We don't have anyone out there in left field or right field.
Yeah.
Everyone moves together. We start together, no right or left behind. We move together.
Okay.
Whatever direction the wind is going, if we move to the right, all
Everybody
moves to
goes.
the right. You know, we don't overlap tires, you know, that kind of thing.
How long is that learning curve for you, though? If you were the new one or the weak link or whatever you want to say when you first start,
Right.
that learning curve to move the right way and stay, how long does that take, and were they helpful in teaching you?
Let me just say that when you're with the right group, you'll get it.
Okay.
Some people learn at different levels. We have to recognize that. It takes a moment to focus. Because I had started writing with a group, so I knew even the indoor writing, I knew the concept of indoor writing, and then when I started outdoor writing, I knew the concept of writing with people. It's just getting better at it.
Okay.
And so I recommend that you focus.
Okay.
And whoever you're talking to, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has something to say. Take it in.
Okay.
Make a mental note and use what you can use. If you can't use it today, you'll be able to use it tomorrow or later down the line. Just take it in, you know, because everyone have learned some tips, some little nuggets along the way that will help you.
Okay.
And then take it in, make mental note of it, and then share it with someone else. And so what I recommend is that listen, identify, like any sport, who is your coach?
Okay.
Who's your coach? Do your research. If there's one coach that is in the group, then he is your coach. He's your go-to person.
Okay.
Any questions that you have, and then you tell. And I always tell Kevin is his name, and I always tell him, I said, I really appreciate it because. You know, sometimes it takes me a minute to get it. You know, my brain says fog because I don't just ride. I work. I have a job. I have a full plate. So when I come out here on Tuesday night, it takes, you know, I got to adjust and adjust my mind, adjust whatever I need to do. And so I do it, and then I'm focusing in whatever you tune out the rest of the world, and you listen to what they're telling you. Show me, tell me. Show me, tell me.
Okay.
That works for me. Now that's how I learn.
Right.
Show me, tell me.
Right.
You know, if you show me, I can learn better. If you show me, then you tell me, then you show me again, then you tell me, and then watch me do it.
Yep. Yep. No, I think that's great. Speaking of your full plate, all of the things that you do in a day, I think a lot of our viewers are, you know, conflicted on, I have work and I have children and I have this. How do I get fitness in? How do you work fitness into your day?
Yeah. First of all, you got to have a passion for it. I've always had a passion for it. And just a little bit about me that you may not know is that I've been a single mama, and I raised my children as a single mom and worked full time and gone back to school and teaching and all that. And so the first thing is that you have to identify it as a passion, and anything that you have a passion for, you're going to do it.
Okay.
You're going to do it. There's 24 hours in a day.
Everyone's got them.
And
right?
everyone's got them. And you pick and choose what you're going to do with your 24 hours. What worked well for me is because I've even lived and commuted quite a distance. Lived in Fairfield, had to commute to San Ramon.
Okay.
And so what I identified once I started even getting into the biking, for example, is I was in a van pool. I had them drop me off about, 7, 8 on that Iron Horse Trail. I ride my bike into San Ramon.
Amazing.
Park it right there. They had a shower facility. And then on my way back home, I didn't ride back home, but at least I got the ride in.
Yeah, you didn't have any reason
you
not
didn't have
to.
any
You found
reason not. You found
the way.
it. You find a way to do it.
It became a priority.
It became a priority. So if
Okay.
it's a priority, if it's important you, where there's a will, there is a way.
Okay.
There is.
So just find it.
Just find it. Just
Find
find
it.
it. If it's early in the morning, we all got to wake up. So what's wrong with waking up an hour earlier?
Exactly.
And for me, I sleep better. I cannot work out an hour before I go to sleep because I'll be up all night.
Okay.
But if I get up that hour early, do what I needed to do when my children were young, I got up early, worked out. On the weekends, I would take them out to the local high school. I put them in the middle of the field, and I go around the track.
You found a way. I love
It's just
it.
finding a way. It's
You
finding
did.
a way, and that's what you do. That's what you do.
to me, it sounds like you've always been driven and motivated. But was there ever a time in your life where fitness just couldn't be a top priority?
For me, I can't say that there was a time that it couldn't be a priority.
Okay.
Because it balanced me out.
Okay.
It was my time. Even I used to run marathons, and it was my time that I could run or I could exercise, and nobody was bothering me.
Okay.
It was my time that I could think. It was my time that all of the issues of the world, I can solve them.
Okay.
And it didn't matter what I was going through in my life. I've gone through a divorce. I've gone through the loss of loved ones. It was my time that I can sort it out. So I have a story that I really want to tell you is that being physically active in movement is very important. Very important for anything that you're going through your life or you're not going through for health reasons. It's just good. So that leads into my story, and I probably have multiple. The power of influence. I was going through a divorce one time, and it was a very stressful divorce. And there was a young lady who worked with me who was obese, and she had hired trainers and coaches, and she says she had 1 or 2 sessions with them. She may lose 1 or 2 pounds. She tried all kinds of diets, and it never worked. And she says, Connie, if I can just walk with you, that's all I'll do is walk with you. So her and I in San Ramon, we used to walk. And I'm going through my stressful time. And so when I'm going through my stress, I'm just, you just hitting it hard. And she just stayed up with me. And she let me vent. She just stayed up with me. She let me vent. It took her a year. And she lost over 100 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
Her husband not only loved me, but she loved me. She loved me. And then as a result of that, other people that I've ran into, the power of influence is, because I love to work out. I do. I don't care where I go, what I'm doing. You will find me working out. And so, well, Connie, why don't I just do this with you? Come on.
I love it.
You don't need an appointment. I'm free.
I love that.
And if you can stick with me, you can work out.
It's amazing.
And I've seen that kind of results. Even for elderly people, I teach water aerobics for elderly people.
Okay.
And so when you get to a point where you have restrictions and the movement that I did at your age, let's face it, I just can't do it. But there is something that you can do, so they go into the water.
Okay.
And they can beat any 37-year-old.
I bet. I don't want to be up against them.
They get up there and don't bother them, because it's a different kind of workout, but they're able to maintain their health.
Okay.
And especially when individuals come to me and says that because I come to your class, or because I do this, or because I do that with you, my diabetes levels have gone down and I'm no longer on medication.
It's changing their whole
It's changing them, And I have a passion for that.
Yeah.
I have a passion for that. And so I think that whatever age, whatever point I am in my life, I will probably always do it. Always do it.
I love that.
As long as I can influence and help someone along the way.
Well, there's that saying that you're the equivalent of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I feel like you're living proof of that. You've surrounded yourself with like-minded people that want to be out there, and you're more than willing to try what they're trying or bring them along with what you're trying. And you're the proof that it works.
It works.
Connie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For meeting with me, joining us for Fit After 50.
Thank you.
I absolutely love talking to you.
Thank you, and I just enjoy talking about it. Anytime I'm available, anytime.
It was great talking to Connie, and it begs the question, how fit will you be after 50?